them come. This is their fate.
All right. Welcome back to the House of Wolves podcast. I am your host, Deontay, here with my near and dear friends, Jalen and Josh. Today we got topics we haven't even figured out yet. That's how off the press this is coming to you. But we're going to talk about some stuff. We got time, so we got time and topics, hopefully. So y'all gonna have a pretty good episode. We ain't caught up in a while, so hopefully we get some updates and we go from there. See what we've been playing lately and all that good jazz. But before I go into anything and figure out these topics as we move forward, Jalen, Josh, how y'all days going? How y'all weeks been? Keep the people updated.
I mean, my week been straight. Had a few events or whatever, but everything's smooth. I'm just trying to keep it pushing or whatever. I did put, y'all always talking about this Xbox and everything.
Xbox,
I will say I put I put 50 hours into a dedicated savings account.
Ooh.
So I made a
More than
stride.
yesterday.
More than yesterday. How fast it's going to increase? I don't know if I might take something out of it. Let there be known it's 50
He
hours.
said dedicated. Then he said, I don't know if I'm gonna take some. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I might change tomorrow, man.
Dedicated don't mean that. Now I guess we built different. Dedicated don't mean the same.
They do when life happens.
I guess
but some shoes come out. Not this one.
Yeah, but okay. Well, at least you've been smooth. Ain't been no issues or anything like that. Just striving to continue forward with that schooling as usual. What about you, Josh? What you got for the people?
I've been doing pretty good. It's you know end of the semester, so I'm trying to stay caught up on schoolwork and get stuff done. But that's been hard this week because it's been good video games coming out.
Good video games.
I've been playing Forza. I don't even play Forza.
That's a good goddamn
that
game.
came out. Yeah, and Halo dropped. So I've been playing that. They trying to keep me away from my schoolwork.
Pretty much, man.
Microsoft, like, it's time.
Yeah, pretty much. Forza.
Yeah, Forza or Horizon. Yeah.
Yeah, Horizon 5.
All right.
Yeah. You see where he at still. Yeah. I ain't go pick. I don't know. You don't play nothing, man. But yeah, Forza been real good. I've been playing that a lot lately. So quick updates on me. I guess on the I guess personal side, and then on the gaming side, I've just been playing Forza and Apex. I still ain't got to Guardians. I know the last time we spoke, I bought Guardians and Riders. Haven't played more than an hour of neither, so that's good. I've been playing a lot of Forza, a lot of Apex. Not that much, really. It's been pretty interesting, anyway, to try to find time to play any of this stuff. But some of the stuff that I've done lately, I went to go see Dave Chappelle on Sunday. That was interesting. That was pretty fun. He brought out Bone Thugs and Harmony. I mean, obviously, I don't know if I even mentioned it on here. I bought a house, so it's been a lot of just moving and getting everything together, and so it's been taking a lot of my time.
About to start changing your voting party.
No,
property taxes and
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, man, when you start really looking into the property taxes and income taxes, like, God, dog, man, how much I need? I feel like Tyrese. What more do you want from me? I swear, because every time I turn around, they taxing again. But it's all in the act of growing up, I suppose. I don't know. I think it's trash.
But yeah, congratulations though. Like
Yeah,
I'll be the first to tell it. Like renting is not the life, and getting you a home is good for your family, but also good financially. Once you all set up,
yeah. In general, it's just a
start that generational wealth.
pretty much that's the goal, people. And like I said, I probably want to start talking a little bit more about my personal journey because I mean, it's nice to talk about gaming, but sometimes y'all gotta get a little education on the side of that too. But it's a lot of just bringing yourself to a space where you can actually start setting up yourself moving forward. So it's rough. Y'all know I got them twins too, so it's
Mhm.
a lot of updates, a lot of stuff, moving parts, but all good times, all good times. October has been very busy, not for the gaming, but on, like I said, everything. But all good things, all good growing pains, not bad growing pains. But more so than that, um, let's talk about that Xbox, man. That's what I really want to talk about. I mean, you see, they had a good,
Man,
they been having a good 2 months for real, for real. They really been going at
yeah.
it. But I think was the day that they dropped the 70 games. I think it was yesterday, right, or 2 days ago? Was it yesterday?
It might have been 2 days ago. It was their 20th anniversary thing. They
Was that the same day
dropped.
that the Xbox dropped last year, or no? When did Xbox actually come out?
Uh, I think it was around this time. Yeah.
It was around this time, but I just wanted to make sure they wasn't trying to go crazy on the 1 year anniversary. But I think it might have been like today or something. Xbox Series X release date. If I'm not
That was the
mistaken.
10th, so they missed it by a little bit.
Oh, okay. That would have been tight though, but nah, it was definitely a lot going on. Did you hear that's literally the last Xbox backwards compatibility set of games though? That kind of was a bummer. Um,
Yeah, but I was looking at the list and it was a couple on there that I was surprised like were on the list because like they said last year that they weren't gonna do any more backwards compatible games, and so
yeah,
I was like, oh, that sucked. But now I guess I feel like they could do more, but I don't know how much work that
I
take.
feel
But
like it was a lot of the licensing stuff that they couldn't
yeah,
do. So it was a lot of things that they basically said they couldn't get past the finish line on that, and a lot of good games still out there. But I mean, that's what having like the traditional backwards compatibility is still there, or at least the original gaming machines. But I much prefer that those games now will have the longevity of the Xbox Series in general now. So it's like they're not going to go away. You don't have to keep buying. You don't have to maintain old machinery. It's going to continue to move forward. So I mean that's cool, but and I mean no, it's really cool. I just wish that everybody would have gotten on board with that same type of agenda because I don't plan on holding on. You know me. I don't hold on to no old stuff. It's cool to have it, and maybe I have like a dedicated gaming room, but 9 times out of 10, bro, I ain't gonna play half that stuff. So it's nice to just have one system and kind of encompasses like your entire generation of growing up. So you know you can go back and play something that you played when you were like 10, 11, 12. Obviously, I ain't going back to before I was alive, so ain't no real point of that. But the stuff that I really can remember and the stuff that I really was like, dang, this junk, it used to be just how this is what we used to play versus what we play now is kind of crazy. So I'm glad our generation really got that. I mean, obviously, people that played on the Atari and all that crap got their little nostalgia fixes elsewhere. But for us, I like that that's been preserved in that kind of way versus having the PlayStation side where PlayStation was really the biggest part of my childhood, and yet they the trashiest one when it comes to this. So, um, and and that's the honest truth. They're
yeah,
just trash when it comes to it. So,
yeah. There's so many like just PlayStation games that like made PlayStation famous that you can't even play, like the
yeah,
Metal Gear Solid games, and like they don't. I don't even know if they interested in like bringing that stuff. back other than like to resell it as like a $70 package, you know.
Yeah, man, they trying to remake them. They trying to just bring back old stuff, old games, and like they don't want to. And the cool thing about what Xbox is doing, not only do they have the like how Gears of War is, like they have the Gears of War ability to play Gears of War, then they have the Ultimate Edition. Would you much rather play the Ultimate Edition? Yes, they charge you, but it's still a better game in general. But it can coexist. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
gives you
have
the
to be
option
yeah.
to do it.
It doesn't have to be where you forget about it and you never upgrade it ever because you bung it to be able to be played for forever. You can still upgrade it and people will flock to it regardless. But I don't know. I think Sony is backwards when it comes to a lot of that stuff. What's some of the I guess when I was looking through that list, really, it was not really much that I was like super excited back to. I like the enhancements that they had. I was definitely gonna be playing me some 50 Cent Bulletproof. I saw that. That was pretty interesting that they had slid that one in there. But um,
So,
I'm
my
trying to
bad, you can
figure.
go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what games there were. So I mean, go ahead. I'm
So
looking
for
at my
me,
screen.
like you said, it wasn't nothing like that I was waiting for because most of the games I wanted to play are available on there, but there have been a couple that got some nice like touch ups,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like they added the Fear games, they added all the Max Payne games,
Yep.
Dead or Alive if you like fighting games. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there was like they added two From Software games that I never played them, but they seem like just a I mean, an Xbox version of Sekiro, like a old version of that. So
Oh, really?
it's like interesting to like just check it out. And then yeah, it just like I said, they already did a good job of adding most of their back catalog to the Xbox, but it's like 70 games to look back at and you'll find something. Like I was telling Jalen that they added, I think like they updated Sonic or something. So it's a couple Sonic games that if you just had them, like the disc sitting around, you just pop them in and play it. You ain't even got to rebuy this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think they also updated the resolution on Dead Space 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3,
Yep.
which I mean, it don't invalidate the remake, but it's like they just announced a remake. It's like,
Yeah, they over there. Like I said, they over there doing their thing, bro. And that's what I like. It's just when they know how to, you know, please the crowd. So it was a bunch of stuff on there that I was like, dang, that I'm just glad it's still like again around because it's like 700 or like five. It's like 700 or so backwards compatible games. That you can just
yeah.
literally go buy at a store, plug it in, and you're good to go. And that's what I like. It's just the simplicity of it. The Obviously this junk wasn't easy, and I'm just glad it works. So yeah, that was one thing that they did, and then on top of that, they gave us
Well,
Halo Infinite, the multiplayer. Um,
2 weeks after Forza, and Forza was
yeah,
a
bro.
surprise. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not surprised that is good, but it's like, cause like I played Forza Motorsports 4,
that
like when
jam.
it came out, um, a lot. Like it was a nice driving game, and I never had an Xbox, and so that was a good introduction to it. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't keep up with those type of games, so I tried Forza Horizon 4. It was cool, but I'm just surprised that overall, like, the game runs smooth. Like the loading times are not bad. It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I might when I have time, like actually get back to it because I was driving through the sandstorm and like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that I was just sitting around. I was like I said, I was just jumping on and off because the game is really cool. It's really fast. It's got quick resume. It's just convenient. It's like and it's fun to just play. It's like you always being
Yeah.
rewarded. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to go in like any type of
One thing I
order.
was gonna say is I don't it might be like easy because I know that you can like customize your controls, but like the default driving controls just feel like perfect and it just feels really good to just drive around.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah. They did a
pretty
lot
much
of
like the
work.
best driving I ever.
Yeah, they did a lot of work to that because before and just in Horizon 4 it wasn't that good.
Mhm.
It was a lot more harder to drive cars, but now it just feels like very tight, feels very like all the cars seem drivable. You know how some cars you'd be like, bro, I
Yeah.
cannot drive this car, but it seemed like everything just feels like it's able to be driven. Even though I was driving around in that Viper, and you know that's notorious for going off the road.
Mhm.
It was pretty cool, easy to kind of keep on the road and keep hand and actually win races with it. So, but yeah, I feel like they really just they got that formula down to a T now. That formula can't be broken from them. All they had to do was add in a little bit additional features like create customizing modes for multiplayer. Me and my brother was playing like tag racing and capture the flag and stuff like that. So it was a lot of just adding in that more arcadic or sorry, the more arcade style gameplay and stuff like that. So I really enjoy it. I think it's gonna be it's definitely like their best entry because Mexico just looks really good and it's got like a lot of different areas to it, and I just want to see what they do with the DLC, like see what they actually put inside of it because that Lego DLC and the last one went crazy. I liked that one a lot. And the Hot Wheels one and Hot Horizon 3 went crazy. So that was a nice one too. They really do good with their DLC. So I'm just waiting on that now. I mean, I haven't beaten all the showcase matches, so going through all the showcases, they're all pretty unique and interesting. So Forza, another win for Microsoft. Which is like again, when you think of Microsoft, you think about gaming. You think of convenience, but now they actually bringing out games that people actually want to play. So Halo Infinite multiplayer dropped, and I haven't been able to get into it and play it as much. I played like one match, and I played some of the training, but I wasn't able to get into it like I played the technical preview or whatever it was called. But still feels good. Still feels good to slide around, jump around, and fight. It's still that arena shooter, so take what you will with that. Halo is it's for the masses mostly, and it's for people that really want to just engage in fun. You know, that one-on-one combat that I in my opinion it just doesn't fit the mold of how I play as a gamer anymore, but I really do enjoy just playing that game overall because of the impacts of the guns, the how they feel, everything being viable, the grenade launches, and how slow but effective they can be. All of the mechanics that go along with a Halo game. If I didn't play Destiny so much, I would probably really enjoy Halo. I just played Destiny for way too long, and I'm expecting something fantastic to happen or these crazy plays to kind of be pulled off. When in reality, it's a good thing it's not there because you can actually get better and become more skilled at the game versus being able to cheese it very well. So, um, I think overall, in the grand scheme of things, um, I kind of I don't know move past that arena type shooter, but damn, is it a good arena shooter? It's not like a terrible. It's not something that you shouldn't play. I just think that it's really solid and stuck in that core, and it also adds a little variety to it every now and again. It's just that the variety that I was looking for wasn't what was there. Never saying that that's a bad game though. Never saying that that's a bad idea because people like Halo for what it is. Halo. They don't like it to be changed. So um, I'm really just looking forward to actually waiting for Jalen to get an Xbox. Sean's supposed to be getting an Xbox, and then just playing with 5 people or 4 people. Just going and playing the actual game and seeing what we can make out of it. Because I still think it's a really fun co-op or co-op game versus just playing it alone for some matches.
My bad.
No, you good.
No, I agree. Like I think like I was saying before the game came out, I think it's hard for like this game to maybe convince people who are not into Halo, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that was their goal or not, but I feel like it's still a good place for Halo to be in because for a couple years, nobody cared about Halo. Cuz like
Nobody.
it Destiny was the new hot thing and Halo
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like competing with it. And then when they came out with Halo 5, it just wasn't people wasn't feeling it. So this is like it resets them to like neutral ground and overall I think it's like all the new stuff is really good. Um I'm gonna try not to hype it up too much because I know y'all don't like when I hype up games. But I've been liking it a lot. I've been playing it a little bit every day since it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I like the maps because like we played the beta and it was only a couple maps, but like all the maps I played so far have been really good. They're not like I don't want to say Destiny maps are small, but Destiny maps are like more like corridors or like set areas. Whereas Halo, it's like you in the forest and like it's like little mountains and ledges. So it's a lot of variety in the map, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't feel like bad or lopsided or anything like that. All the weapons, including the like new ones that I haven't tried before, are like super interesting. Um, and I guess the main thing is like it just because it's free to play, but like it's still high quality. Like it feels like a $60 multiplayer game,
Yeah.
but everything like
How we feeling
graphically,
about that battle pass?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like the only bad thing about it in the sense where I don't even care about the stuff in the battle pass. Like some of it is like decent, but
Yeah.
it's the progression and it's I was trying to explain it to Jalen. It's like you don't get experience for winning matches. You get experience for doing bounties. And it takes a bunch of bounties to complete to level up. And so what that means is you're basically doing Destiny bounties now. Go get 25 sniper shots and get 500 experience. But
Oh
like
my
that's a lot
god.
of work because you need 1,000 experience to level up. So as is, it is super slow to level up and you can run into situations like let's say you lose and you didn't complete any bounties, it's kind of like you didn't, progress at all after that match. So that's something that I don't know what they're going to do. They said that they're planning to address it somehow. I think the easiest solution is to add like experience for winning, like Apex does.
Mm.
But I feel like that's the only thing that the game is lacking outside of like other content. Like they're supposed to add more modes and like the forge mode and all the extra stuff. But like for a launch day, it feels like a good enough content
Gotcha.
in my opinion.
Okay, okay. Well, like I said, I got to get into it this weekend or something. I got to just put a little time aside, play it for a little bit because I do want to kind of form
Oh,
a further opinion on it. Go ahead.
yeah. The only other thing I was gonna say is like I haven't really played the 4v4 mode because like I enjoy 4v4, but that's like I don't know if that's what I'm looking for right now. But the big team battle and like the 12 player modes is what I've really been playing, and you have a lot more accessibility to the new
Power
abilities.
ups. Okay.
Yeah, so it's more situations that, you can grab the grapple hook and then go get a triple kill, and then, like, you'll find another grapple hook somewhere else or somebody dropped it. So if you don't feel as limited as you do in, like, the 4v4 mode where there's only one grapple hook.
Gotcha. So, okay, well, that sounds like the mode I'll be playing then, because 12v12 feels like my speed. It gives me more of those heroic moments where I can take down more than one person. 4v4 seem a little bit more strategic and more well thought out placement on the map. 12v12 sound like you could just make some errors and be okay. Still, a team can handle it. So I might be playing some of those more often. I definitely, like I said, I want to check it out. We just waiting for Jalen, man. Keep putting the pressure on that man. But just waiting on everybody to be able to join the party at the same time, have a good time. Ain't that right, Jalen?
Man, y'all want me to get this Xbox, but y'all don't even know what games y'all want me to get on it.
Man, I told
Man,
Yeah,
Halo
just
you
want
gonna
me to
free.
play
get
Halo with us?
Game
You gonna
Pass.
play
I ain't gonna.
Forza with us?
I'm not. Is
Halo
Forza on
free,
Game
man.
Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Anything that's
I'm
made by
not trying to drive
Microsoft.
the game, bro.
Man, he don't see what I'm talking about. He don't want to try nothing, man. You don't want to try nothing new?
And I'll try it, man.
Man, man, just get the Game Pass, get the Xbox, man. You good for you set for a while, especially with your. I did want to ask y'all because it's getting close to the end of the year. Anyways, so we wrap that up. Jay need to get Xbox, but to the next point was, I think I wanted to ask y'all because it's close to the end of the year. Favorite game y'all played this year, and I'm pretty sure I know what it is at this point because really it's the only game we kind of talked about, and I think that game came out this year. I don't think it came out last year. But what's y'all most impactful or most remembered game of this year that you guys have actually played? And if you don't have one, that's interesting. But what you got for me?
Do you want to start? I'm just trying to think like what all came out this year.
Yeah, I would have to what I remember and what I can say was my like most impactful game that I played this year that I thought about and like sat down and actually had a no, well, I could say the most fun game I've played because this is 2021. I just want to make sure I'm not remembering anything wrong. The most fun game I've played yet, and it could be replaced, but right now it's still got to be Far Cry 6 just because I really enjoy the gameplay. The most impactful game that I've played that I remember, Jesus, it still has to be. I don't think I played it this year though. I think I played this year, but it didn't come out this year. The one I remember the most, and it's Final Fantasy, but I don't think did that come out this year? No, it came
7?
out
No,
last
that
year.
the PS5 version came out with the
I
DLC
just
came out this
played it
year.
at the beginning of the year for some reason because y'all kept talking
Oh, you
about it.
you bought it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it came out last year, but you didn't get it until
until like this beginning of this year. Yeah,
yeah.
so Final Fantasy still was probably one of my, I guess, the most one I remember is it was simply off the gameplay. The story wasn't like the most memorable thing, but I can remember set pieces at least, and the set pieces were fighting on top of that building and my man's with the white robe. I don't know what he was doing, but he kept teleporting with that big shotgun pistol. I remember fighting
Ruthless.
the big behemoth in that one area down below. I
Mhm.
remember, going around in the village and assisting people with their little stuff and trying to unlock the extra cutscenes with the characters, doing that whole dress sequence. So I can remember that. So that's why I'm saying that's why it's like my most impactful game I had played this year, and is and 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 I had fun. I can admit I had fun playing it. I just wish it was like a little bit more more it was more appeasing to new coming players. I don't think it respected us enough. I think it was fine the way it was, and if you wanted to do the extra stuff, you could. but I think it was pretty good. So that would still have to be the game I played this year that was really the most impactful. Most fun I've played this year still goes to Far Cry 6, simply because I don't know why. I still enjoy blowing stuff up and running around a large sandbox. So those are my two games. I kind of cheated, but most impactful game. I don't, if y'all can't think of nothing right now, we can talk about something else and then come circle back.
Your boy like that Final Fantasy, man. We tried to tell you, man. I told you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
man. Yeah,
I told you. I
yeah.
caught you, man.
I called you. Yeah. Yeah.
um. Well, I I don't know because I feel like I played a big variety of stuff this year, but I actually skipped a lot of games that I really am still like looking forward to.
Uh huh.
But like this year, I think my most fun maybe like Monster Hunter that came out at the beginning of the year. It was just what I was waiting for the Switch. It's like that
Mm-hmm.
game that you can always just pick up and play on the Switch. And for me at least, like the first party Nintendo games, but it was lacking that game that you would just come back to regularly. So that was for me.
Mm-hmm.
As for most memorable, I don't know, like I know we played a lot of Hades and I liked it, but I feel like I got tired of it after I got through my first playthrough. Like
Yeah.
not even a full playthrough, but I got, get to the goal. The first time I did it, I didn't have the motivation to like keep going through, and I know it has more story and stuff, but
Yeah.
it was just a really fun, like
Quick
addictive game
purse.
that I think,
Yeah.
yeah, that we was just playing like every day for a while.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, otherwise, I feel like it's too early because the game hasn't even come out, but like I feel like Halo for a couple months I've been thinking about
The story and everything.
yeah, I don't know how the story is gonna shape up, but a lot like just playing them at least
For some reason,
like I
your
was playing
mic keep
oh my
cutting
bad,
out.
maybe maybe I'm too far away. My bad. You can hear me once like my
I can't.
Getting
place
sucked
so
up,
that
Cam. It's
I can't.
squeak.
I can hear
I can't hear him for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
him.
Oh my god! I'm gonna
I can
say,
hear
"Oy,
both of y'all.
oy, oy." I'm gonna say, yeah, you know me. All right, maybe it's me now. My bad. Keep going. Keep going.
No, I was just saying that it seems like a good game that I'll probably keep playing. Like I play, used to play Overwatch by myself, just hop on, play a couple matches every day. So it might be my not even single player, but it might be the game I play by myself, even if y'all don't hop on. But hopefully we can get a full party.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jalen?
Man, I'm over here reflecting right now. I literally pulled up my PlayStation app and went down through my trophies. I'm like, man, I ain't playing no new game this year. I had, I'm trying to think. I had Sonic Colors Crash for Dark Souls 3, Digimon, Fall Guys, and Ghost of Tsushima. And that literally for. I don't think I played a Ghost of Tsushima this year. I think that was always playing multiplayer last year at the end of that year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think on my Switch. I think the only games I bought was Monster Hunter and the Mario little collection thingy, the little 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Dang, I ain't buy no games. I mean, I bought some, of course, but I mean, I actually like playing them and stuff like that. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you should have
I
got
think I was just playing Apex.
Mass Effect Trilogy.
I was gonna get it, man, but then I started thinking about it. You was telling me a little bit of the bugs, and I just took like, man, I don't know if I want to play that much, man. Dude, he was like, they ain't changed certain things, and I'm like, man, we still got the biotic ragdolls and Mass Effect 1, and I'm like, man, I don't.
Yeah, but you get
Uh,
all the content for a bundle. It's probably like what, $30 now.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's like sheesh.
When did Crash 4 come out?
Like in end of October, November last year.
Uh,
Um, Sonic Colors came out this year, obviously. But that's just a remake. It's just a game where you like, you just play like a Hades or something like they just cut it on and just
mhm.
play a couple levels and then just keep it pushing.
Looking at your trophies, so you got that 8% on that Warframe.
Man, you looking at mine?
Yeah.
Hey, definitely got 8% on wireframe.
Bro, I still ain't beat Psychonauts. I need to beat that. Yeah, I mean I'm going through mine too, but like for real, um, I mean I really enjoy playing Resident Evil Village, but it wasn't like my most memorable, you know. And then I had played Deathloop, not my most memorable, but it was a fun game. Like for real, when I played, that's why it stuck out to me when I played Final Fantasy. I was like, okay, this is actually a good system, good mechanic wise, good decent, I guess, character development, storytelling was but at least everything else was up to par, where it felt like it was like a solid game. Um, so I don't know, man. I think that was pretty much the one. Demon Souls was, I mean, I shouldn't have bought it, but I played it and beat it. Um, yeah, I really didn't have. I mean, I had a decent amount of games I beat. I just
Yeah,
don't think it was like anything that was like super impactful, you know?
even though
Um,
$70 games ain't hitting like they supposed to.
That boy got Demon Souls.
oh man. Uh, uh, did y'all see that Outriders New Horizon thing? Well, not you.
Yeah, I
Did
saw a little bit of it.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look too deeply in it, but I see that they fixing some in-game stuff with the next update, and then they got a new expansion or something coming out. What, next year?
Mm-hmm. Did you buy? You ain't buy Outriders, right? Outriders, did you, Jalen? We just played the demo, right?
Yeah, that game, man, you don't even know what they asked me that boy. Any game that's running the way that game is running, that game ain't getting a nickel out of me.
Yeah,
I'm
that wasn't. No, you talking about Back for Blood? Was
talking about
Outriders just as
Outriders,
bad?
that Mass Effect, what
It
that
it
game
has
was,
some issues, mainly like people couldn't connect, but he also playing on uh the
yeah, I was on,
PS4.
yeah, I was on a PS4 and stuff too. I remember playing that mug, and I was just because it's like that cowboy game, Cowboy Mass Effect, and I was just like, yeah,
Mm.
man, I don't know. This just look like a no for me, dog. Like them graphics and stuff in that mug, I was just thinking like, nah,
Man, they got plenty of new updates, Gene. Like they got four new expedition maps. They got a new transmog system. They got the end game
okay.
2.0 is here. A lot of bug fixes. Come on, man, you
All
gotta
right.
download, at least try it.
Is it free on a PS4?
No.
It's $20 on the Xbox, so I'm assuming it's gonna be $20 on the PS4.
Hey, Josh, you peep. Now you peeped when I said is it free, and you was like, nah. You was like, yeah,
Listen, you ain't got no Xbox, ain't my fault. You could have been playing on Game Pass.
man, y'all want me to buy these games? You want me to save it for Xbox, man? I'll take that 50 and spend Outriders on it. I'll be at $30 for that.
This guy.
Man, I'm doing the best I can, man. I'm trying to get these bank promos, man. What they take time, man. It's
Oh
money.
yeah, it's on Game Pass still.
Yeah, it's
Look
on
at
Game
that.
Pass still. You can be. I'm on. You make it very available. You gotta get that. You gotta
Just give
get
me an
that,
Xbox.
Jalen.
I'll send you monthly payments.
Man, they got an Xbox for monthly payments, man. Just get it. They got the Xbox what's the name one? They
Yeah.
have that. Look, they got plenty of ways for you to get an
Xbox
Xbox.
One.
You just playing, man. That's the
You can
problem.
Xbox One.
finance one through Amazon.
You can finance one through Amazon. You can finance one through
They got interest
Xbox,
on it.
Walmart, Best Buy.
Walmart don't you got to have like credit and stuff like all that?
No. Well, it's a credit. It's gonna be a credit pool. Is that what you asking?
It's going yeah. I'm not gonna have my credit pull for no Xbox.
Dog, that credit, that credit, they ain't gonna do nothing to your credit.
Bro, I'm not. If I go tell my dad or somebody I
Trust
have
me,
my
man.
credit pull
It
for
ain't gonna
Xbox,
be a mess your credit
I'm
up,
just
bro.
saying I have my credit pull for X amount of dollars and getting me a credit card that's going to increase my limit and help my utilization. Those are two different things. If I can't afford it, I don't need it. That's my philosophy.
Man, that's what they all
I would,
say.
man. Tell
That's
Best
what
Buy to
they
get one. I
all
put it on
say.
the.
Anyways, that new Horizon free Outriders DLC looks pretty good. Well, not DLC, but the World Slayer trailer. It's like they gonna try to top them janky shake them JPEGs cutscenes that they had. Man, I don't know what was going on with them, but they feel like their cameraman was just on crack.
Check them JPEGs.
Shake them
They have Rubber
JPEGs,
next
shake them
cameraman.
JPEGs. But New Horizon it went live yesterday. So if you guys want to jump back into Outriders, now is the time, especially since they have actually done something. So I'm gonna download it, give it a shot, see if it run better. But I got an Xbox Series X, so it's not like I had a terrible time playing it. It was connectivity issues most of the time. It wasn't like terrible to play the game in general. It was the connectivity issues that kind of stopped me from playing it in the unwavering difficulty. But it was it still was enjoyable for the time I played it, at least that little bit of time. Until we couldn't log back in. But yeah, so look forward to that. See, check it out if you want to. The other thing I wanted to talk about was so the streets is talking. You know, obviously, last time we was on here, we talked about Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, and we talked about how they were doing so much. At least that's what we heard. But streets is talking. And
we couldn't see under the hood to see what was really going on.
Man, they done tried to upscale a mobile game, yo. That was like terrible. Man.
Had the they painted the car up, but we didn't check the blue book and see his history.
Dude, you saw the rain, bro.
Yeah, that was like all the other stuff is like weird and goofy, but that was like, how would y'all even release that? Because it like rained a bunch in the games. Have you seen any of that, Jalen?
I did see like a couple. I don't know if it's on like Instagram or like it's on some social media clearly, but they had like a side by side of like what it was supposed to look like and what it actually looked like, and people just seemed like they like pissed off about it.
Yeah, the character models, the clay
that's what I seen.
skin, bro. People they look shiny. They look like Lego characters. Bro, that whole game is a mess.
Yeah, I seen you a picture real quick of the rain versus the old rain. And
Dude.
like the issue with the rain is just crazy because like it's super ugly. You can't see nothing.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't render correctly. So like you'll be driving and like the rain in front of the car looks okay, but the rain in the distance, like it'll be like, I don't know, it like replaced the texture for the water. So like you don't see the water in the ocean. You see the rain texture on top of it, and it doesn't make any sense.
Bro, that junk mad ugly, yo. To the left is what it looked like now. The right is what it used to look like.
Yeah, I seen something about that online too.
Bro, it's the rain. It's everything really. The character models, the lighting, The car designs are okay, but mostly, bro, like the backgrounds that they use to make, like, you know how they used to have like backdrops for like the city because obviously you couldn't go far, but the backdrops they use now, they're not rendered in properly. They just look like clay, bro. That game is boo boo. Um, I don't
Yeah.
see how they released it. To be honest, I wouldn't have like they don't care. These are games that people coveted. Like, I don't understand how this got past the board. This must have been like a quick money cash grab. Xbox must have gave them stupid amount of money just off the brand name and said, "Let me get that Grand Theft Auto and Game Pass," and they took it, bro. They took it because they didn't get the B team, they didn't get the C team, they got the Z team. Like, for real, for real. They didn't go. They're just junk trash, bro. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
If you go
Like
look
you
at it,
understand, they should have like these games, like you said, like people loved them when they came out and they were super popular, sold a bunch. So like if they wanted to do a full 100% remake like Mafia did, like it'll be welcome. People would love it. But they decided to
love
go
it.
with, a quicker option, which is just re-release them. But they couldn't even release the good original versions. They released the upscale mobile ports that were all terrible, and now it's even worse.
Yep. Man,
The why that
that
rain going over that ocean like that? And it's like it's a
that mug cut through the seam, bro.
Man, it looked like you
the,
outside the world where you ain't supposed to be.
yeah, that water is cutting up, bro. I'm
All,
like,
all that junk cut up, bro. You should see the cutscenes when they start talking and they faces just be moving. Like, like, they look like they finna eat something, bro. Like, bro, close your mouth. Bro,
hung,
tight skin, like the hands still. Like, bro, they just didn't care. That's disrespectful, bro. But
Yeah,
that Grand Theft Auto is straight up hot garbage.
yeah,
Same thing moving forward into the next thing, Battlefield 2042, still hot garbage, and everybody has recommended not to pick it up. Uh, but we all saw that coming. I was hoping it wasn't because I'm sick of Call of Duty. I'm not sick of it because I don't play it. I'm just sick of like that being the only option when you want to play something like FPS shooter. But this return to form Battlefield was supposed to be the thing that kind of broke the mold. And it's garbage too, man. I don't know what's going on with it. I think the pandemic got these people lazy nowadays. But whatever the case may be, these games are just not great. So it's not that hard to choose. Remember, I came up here like a couple weeks ago and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be playing Halo on when we play Battlefield. Well, that was pretty easy.
yeah,
$70 for some garbage, free for a pretty okay. I'd rather go with the free okay game than the $70 garbage, man. But
yeah.
EA is gonna be EA.
I don't know what's up with shooters this year because like
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield is garbage. Like I was looking forward to it, and I
Yeah.
played it at beta, and it just got worse and worse. So,
Yep.
and then I was telling Jalen, I've been hearing bad stuff about Call of Duty. I have to like really look into it, but like people been saying the Call of Duty this year is also like mediocre. So
Yeah.
outside of Apex and Halo, like that's it for shooters.
Yeah. That is true. The two big releases that supposed to come out, which they gonna still sell well. But they just not as good as anything that I've played recently. So, I'm just glad I got other stuff to play, and I don't really have to focus on those two. I was really hoping that Battlefield would be fun because I haven't really got into a real big open shooter type of game like that, and I thought their take on battle royale might be fun to play, but man, they can't even get their regular modes right. So it's a no for me, dog. But we'll see. We'll see if after many patches, what will happen. Obviously, we did the same thing with Outriders. I'm going to try to go back into that, and then hopefully the Ascent, something we played as well, gets better
Yeah.
and get some DLC. So we'll see. We got some games to come back to. We got some games to play right now, but overall, the landscape is looking pretty uh, terrible when it comes to the first person shooters. Uh, well, it was something else that I saw recently about game, and I can't remember now.
Was it
Um,
Elden Ring?
don't even bring that up, bro. I'm so mad about it. I missed that preview. I got a code and didn't realize it, people. Oh my god. I wanted to play that game just to see how it felt, capture some gameplay, put it up on the channel or something. And that would have been an easy one too. And I did not even. I don't know. I was just stupid. I should have checked my email. I should have checked my spam, but I don't know what is doing going to the spam anyway. You know what I'm saying? But that's my fault. I should have checked. But uh, yeah, Elden Ring looks pretty good. Elden Ring, the whole open world concept of Dark Souls is pretty much what I like. Um, I like what I like the most about Dark Souls is the freedom to do what you want. Open world Dark Souls seems interesting. Um, I don't like the constant fight a boss thing, or the whole okay, this is a hard stop point for you. You can't move forward until you finish this. Obviously, that game's still going to have that type of stuff. I just think when it comes to open world games, there's a lot of different ways to tackle a situation. I don't know if they're going to continuously do the boundaries so that you can't get out of boss fights, or if they're going to let you jump in and jump out. That would make no sense for Dark Souls games. So they're more than likely going to bound you into the match, and if you die, you die. I really want to see how they adjust to an open world game and how their take on an open world game. I feel like they're the only game that I've played that felt right when you call it a Souls like game. And unfortunately, it's the same company that kind of invented it. Nobody else kind of comes close to it. So I would want them to take on something else that they're not familiar with and really see if they can make it great or better than what I'm normally used to playing when it comes to open world. But that's what it is. It's pretty much open world Dark Souls. What you think about that, Jalen?
Yeah, J
I thought
Boy.
the I
I'm
thought the
sorry.
game was I thought it was pretty smooth. I mean, last time we had seen it, like when they did, I don't usually be like super excited for a lot of games and stuff, but I was like, that game actually looked like it'd be kind of interesting. I was talking to my boy about it. I was like, I am a little like, and did y'all have to do the what's the word? Like the whole like medievalish type,
Oh, yeah, that
like
time
it
frame
looked
stuff.
like, yeah, like it looks like Dark Souls. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that because I thoroughly enjoyed Dark Souls. I
It
just thought it
looked it
was
looked more like Dark Souls 2 than the other two.
yeah. I mean that's neither here or there. I was
I
just
think it's
thinking
just more
like,
so the skybox because it's lighter.
oh, okay, I got you. Um, I was just thinking, I'm like, yo, like if y'all could have just came up with like a completely new idea, and it could have even be like, if they wanted to do something on like feudal Japan, kind of like how they did Sekiro, or just anything. It just literally felt like when I first seen it, I just had a slight bit of disappointment because it's just like, all right, we playing with what we feel safe with. Take Dark Souls, add some Sekiro mechanics to it, and then add the Breath of the Wild open world type of thing, and we got a different game, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the animations look like Dark Souls and stuff too. So I'm just kind of like, but I like Dark Souls though. Don't get me wrong. I just wanted to see them do something
Venture
different.
off to a different type of time or
Yeah, like
space.
they
Yeah.
not. It just Bloodborne and Dark Souls. They name some similar Demon Souls. Like you would expect something similar with those things, but like Elden Ring, I just was thinking it was a whole another type of banger ever, and this man on a horse and doing Dark Souls backstab animations and stuff, and I'm just looking like, that's cool, man. I mean, I love Dark Souls, so I'm gonna give y'all a pass and stuff like that. Like they got some stealth mechanics and stuff, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, that's cool, man. But basically, my verdict is I would have liked to see them push their boundaries and try something different, but it's cool that they playing safe and doing Dark Souls S things because they can't go wrong entirely with it, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. What you got,
But yeah, I
Josh?
was excited though to see it. I was like, this game looked like.
Nah,
Um,
I'm glad.
yeah, so I've been keeping up with the stuff that they came out with the beta, and honestly, I agree with y'all that I wish that the aesthetic was different enough that it doesn't feel just like Dark Souls 3, but from the gameplay stuff that they show, um, I feel like it's more different than I thought it would be in good ways. Because like part of the thing is that every time they come without a new game, you want to think about how it's actually going to play. Um, so for example, they changed in how the multiplayer work. Like you can matchmake with your friends at any point, and you can go through the whole game together. After you beat a boss, there is like you got to reset or whatever, but there's no more like limitations on like distance that you can go together. And then as far as multiplayer, there's no more invasions in the sense where somebody can just jump in your game. You have to like opt into multiplayer, and then there are also set areas where you can just go and it will activate like a PvP area. So like part of it is that even though the game is still similar enough to Dark Souls, it seems like they are pushing their mechanics with which is what they're good at. You know, they kind of invented this genre and they're just polishing it and making it better. And the horse like combat seems interesting that it gives you a lot more abilities to like do aerial attacks, and you can knock enemies down if you're on the horse, or when you're off the horse, it's harder to like knock down enemies. So it seems interesting enough, and that I want to get into it because like I didn't even finish Sekiro. Even though I really like this developer, I didn't finish Sekiro because it just wasn't my type of game, and I feel like this is good for me at least because they're going back to what I technically want them to do. Otherwise, the I'm excited to like just see the different dungeons and castles that they have, which are their kind of like Zelda, where you go across the world and you get to the castle and then go in and fight the
Mm-hmm.
boss. Uh, so I think it'll be good, but we'll see how it actually feels. But I'm impressed so far.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, and like I said, that kind of rings true with all of us because, yeah, I think they are at least doing enough stuff that's different that catches the eye. So, uh, I'm happy for it. I'm happy that it's turning out to look as good as we wanted to. Another game that's looking good as I wanted it to was Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 had their recent uh they had a recent hands-on preview with that, and a lot of people are coming away thinking, okay, this is more of the same, more of that fun, uh, interesting combat. Some people were really enjoying the story and the concept of like making hard decisions within the world. So I always been a big Dying Light fan. It's right up my alley. I just I don't want it to because I get mixed. Like, we getting mixed reports right now. People saying that the story was bad, and people saying the story was good, and it was saying like those tropes of Walking Dead and how that falls into place. And I'm just like, I hope they do a little bit more with the story. If not, that's like second fiddle to the actual main meat and potatoes of why I played that game, and that's just simply the gameplay, picking up new items, being able to kill different ways, the parkour system, getting around the world, things like that. So I did have a lot of interest in like understanding and why stuff was structurally built in a certain way and why things were happening and like the history behind some of the attacks or the buildings looking crazy. So I just want them to have a little bit more of that environmental storytelling. As long as they can do that in a very strong way, I really can care less about how the story goes. But it's always good to have that extra layer of security. So even if you're, even if something isn't as great, you can fall back on the story being good. But if the story ain't good and then you turn around and environmental storytelling ain't good either, that's where it become a problem. That's where you start to feel like, well, what am I really playing this for? I kind of got duped. But I don't see that being the case. I've been watching enough. I've seen enough to know that from what it looks of it, the only way they could really, if they really just did not choose to make any, like when you're making impactful decisions that are going to determine how the city looks, if these decisions are trash and they're not really that impactful, that's the only reason I can see that it failing. But as long as you make impactful decisions where you feel like you want to go back and redo it, as long as you can keep doing that, then you're totally fine. I don't see it ever being like a problem. So I'm really looking forward to Dying Light 2. Glad they had a little recent review or preview, just like I said, Elden Ring. So a few things that were, makes it. I'm looking forward to early 2020. Saints Row got recently pushed. Did y'all play Saints Row when y'all was back then at all? Like Saints Row, what do y'all? What's
No, I never
the
actually
verdict on that
played
game?
the
Yeah, I never
Saints Row
played it.
game.
Dang, neither
Like
one of
probably
y'all.
like a little bit of because I think what was it? Gat Out of Hell was like a PlayStation uh Plus game. I like played it for an hour, but I mean it was interesting. But at that point, like I was tired of like GTA type games, even though it's like different. It's still like a GTA type game.
Then it started off like trying to compete with GT, and then they started going in like this comical route and all this weird stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
Uh,
it got more and more silly over time,
uh,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
good. It made its own feel unique, not just a clone.
Yeah. I think the Saints Row reboot is going to be a pretty nice one. That's what I'm looking. That's what I'm seeing anyway. I think they just got delayed to August of 2022. So I mean, I'm assuming they either need more time or the reception wasn't as good as they expected, so they might change some things. Whatever the case may be, it got delayed. But it seems like they have a cool or understanding of where they want to take the game. I
Hmm.
just hope that they don't take the feedback of people being angry, upset, and kind of start changing their original vision, because that's where you get scale bound and you just don't have a game. I don't understand
Yeah.
that, um, but yeah. So I really want them to kind of keep the core concept of whatever they wanted to do, and however they wanted to tell that story. But as long as it seems as if they're trying to put that extra polish, that extra shine on it, and it's still going to stay in that goofy manner of big action scenes, Hollywood type movie stuff. That's that Hollywood esque style of gameplay versus that more um, gritty type of Grand Theft Auto. Even though Grand Theft Auto is pretty comical as well. I mean, obviously, hitting strippers after having sexual relations is kind of goofy, but it's more about like the huge explosions, the weird outfits, the story writing, and like how the story is told, kind of deal. So I really I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's actually good. Um, but I'm surprised you guys actually even played them. Were y'all big on the Grand Theft Auto series, or did y'all play like one?
I played because I didn't have a PS2 for a while, so I played Vice City
Mm,
and San Andreas, like at like cousins' house and stuff like that. I played them because they were fun. I didn't care about the story. I bought GTA 4 when that came out, and I played a lot of that. But even still, I felt like after playing a couple of those games and like everything else was copying those games, I just got tired of it. Like
Yeah.
what it was GTA, Crackdown, Saints Row, Mercenaries. Like it was a whole bunch of games during that time that all were copying GTA.
Yeah, Just Cause.
Yeah.
A lot of games. So no, that's understandable.
I ain't playing either. Yeah, I ain't never really. I used to play some GTA's, but I never like went out and like actually bought one. I used to just play like my brother's stuff or whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was always playing like Naruto games, and I was like the same game. I was like, give me Ultimate Ninja 1, Ultimate Ninja 2, Rocky Chronicles. I was playing all the Naruto games, bro. Naruto and Pokemon.
Yeah, like I was more of I guess the games that were around was like Def Jam Vendetta, Def Jam like for New York. It was like NFL Streets, NBA Streets. Um, a lot of football, basketball, a lot of violent and 50 Cent Bulletproof, shoot something type games, true crime, um, those types of games. Really, I didn't have like a real. I don't know. I didn't have any. I don't know because I don't know if it was because my mama didn't know or it was because it was so new. Video games just didn't have any like restrictions in my house.
Oh, yeah.
It was more of a
Oh yeah.
just. It was like,
But you got to keep them in the dark.
yeah, they just it's mature. I don't know why it's mature, but it's mature. You
It's
gotta
because the
buy it for me.
music.
Yeah, it's because the music or something. I don't know. It's like because they smoke cigarettes. I don't know, but whatever the case may be, it was a way of finessing. So yeah, it was a lot of those types of games until I think the first game I played that was Naruto related was Rise, and I really loved that game. It was the Naruto Xbox 360 game. It was the one where you could run
Rise
around
of a
like
Ninja or
Rise of a
Broken
The
Bond.
Ninja.
Ubisoft game.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Ubisoft
man, that
Cyber
game was
Connect.
tight too.
That game was tight. that was the I was like, dang, I gotta get the second one. So then I remember that second one coming out. I played that one too. But
Yeah, I liked it because it was a open world Naruto, and
yeah.
at that point they were all pretty, just fight and cutscene and fight cutscene. Um,
hmm
Hey, they got that on Xbox. I'm finna get that.
I don't know if they did it
yeah, I'm
backwards
pretty sure.
compatible.
I think the first one is like one of the games that came out a while ago.
It might be, um, yeah, it might be. Like I said, man, get your Xbox, man. That mug all crazy. Sony need to do the same thing for real, because I really want to play. I want to play Fight for New York in HD. Let me see. I think it was because if Sony do it, man, they gonna change the game. G, I ain't gonna hold you. They gonna it's gonna go crazy, but they just ain't. They just stupid. Whatever. I don't care. Um,
Hey, it's
yeah.
somebody put on answers.microsoft.com and said, "Why is Naruto the Broken Bond not backwards compatible?" It's a game I really, really love, and I think it deserves to be backwards compatible. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if Rise of a Ninja is because it's probably some title and stuff, bro. Because it's no
Yeah,
reason
it
why
might
they
be like
can't do it.
licensing, but I thought the first one was on there because I've seen Naruto on the list of backwards compatible games.
hmm Yeah, when I look
Man,
up Naruto, all I get is the ones that came out on the Xbox, the series like Naruto Shippuden. Um, I get some movies, some TV, but really all of the store games are Ultimate Ninja Storm, Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, Boruto. Yeah, they ain't got it, bro. The earliest they got is Storm.
they said, "What happens if I put Naruto Rise of a Ninja on Xbox One?" Like you said, it blow up. Oh, never mind. That'd have been a selling point. I'd have been like, man, I was in that game. Your chakra tree climbing.
Oh yeah, where you had to like actually hit the inputs, make sure your foot stuck.
Yeah, I
Man,
just
I
hated
don't
the
know.
part where Sasuke kept having them nightmares about Itachi. Like, like I'm like, dude, I'm so tired of walking through this area, man. It was just so like forced, and I don't know, but that jump on
Yeah,
it. I remember that part. That's probably the worst part of the game, dude.
yeah. But nah, like I said, the list is pretty strong. But obviously, there was like 2,000 or so games. Just was it like 2,000 or I forget how many games actually came on the Xbox generation, the Xbox 360 generation.
Mhm.
But I mean, they try to do the best they can. That's all I can say. But you know, it would be nice to kind of have those types of games as well. But what we got now is pretty strong. Um, but yeah, I mean, outside of really that, only thing I had other that I wanted to really talk about, why y'all ain't got Nickelodeon All Star Brawl yet. People saying Mario Party Superstars is pretty good, but I still ain't copping. Um, it's really pretty much that's about it. I don't think I got nothing else. Um, anything that y'all wanted to talk about? Cause I mean I know I've been spewing out a bunch of crap. Maybe I missed something.
Um, let's see. It was a lot that happened in the last week or
Ooh,
so. Um, man, how's Sonic been, Jalen?
Sonic.
Man, I ain't cut Sonic on. Like
That's the last game he bought. He ain't
It
bought nothing else.
is.
when I buy that, probably like I think that was like the end of August. I think I bought it. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't know Sonic, man. I ain't like some of the stuff they did with it, but I mean, it's cool. I mean, but it's alright though.
Dang.
I'm about to get that Star Wars in a minute, man.
You need to stop playing.
Nah, finna, finna get that Sonic and play that
You
Sonic,
know,
but it's alright though.
they're gonna turn around and drop a sequel. You're gonna have to play catch up.
Man, I thought they when they first came on Sonic Colors, oh, so I'm like, man, they got a sequel coming out, man. It's been a while since they got a Sonic remake. I'm like, pay F for respects. What man, what recommendations of games y'all got for me? Well, give me a game recommendation, man. I just want to hear what y'all gonna say. Just give me like both of y'all. Just give me like two games where y'all really think I should play it.
Really think you should play it. You should have played Hades, which we kind of talked about. Uh, and on my end, like, cause it's gonna be a game on Game Pass because I think it's easier to kind of get to buy into something if it's like not too like the ceiling is easy to get into, but it would have to first be that, and then it was something I really enjoyed this year that I thought you would like. Um,
Yeah, I think that for sure, like you said, Hades. That's just easy, like pick up and play, and it's
my,
like it don't require a lot of commitment because I know that you trying to manage your time and stuff like that. Otherwise, like I feel like it's up your alley, just like gameplay wise. It's like Star Wars. Like I know we talked about it, but it's a Dark Souls like game, but you get a lot of cool abilities like throwing your lightsaber, like snatching people and pulling them towards you. So it's just a fun game in general. And it's not that long. But otherwise, I don't know what games have you like been interested in, but maybe skipped because you ain't have the want to
man,
make
that
a
that
commitment.
guy got to actually pay attention to know. He don't pay
Man,
attention.
he know games. He be He was
He know
talking to me
games
about
that
that.
come through his like forums
He
or
was talking about
whatever.
that
I don't
Dragon
know.
Ball Z horror game that's coming out.
Dragon Ball Z horror game. What?
Yeah,
You ain't see the breakers?
Nah.
The
it's
game
the
real goofy, dude.
You remember when we played Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
It's a copy of that style game where I think Cell is gonna be chasing people and like trying to eat them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, you
funny.
know I put my pre-order on it.
Oh my god.
Nah, nah, I ain't put no pre-order on it. I looked at that mug. I was just looking like, man, ain't no transformations in here, man. Nah, for real though. I was just looking. I was just like, man, they got like I ain't trying to play no oolong man, or they could have picked some more interesting characters, but I'm curious about the timeline of it because Bulma got an outfit on there from like Dragon Ball, and I'm like, what is this? So, it seemed like it'd be interesting, but I don't know. I don't really play Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. But not, but going back to like what you were saying, I was thinking about getting a Star Wars game. I had asked, I know I said this before. I had asked Lost, but he said he just downloaded it. I still got that $20 on my account, man. You got to tell me what they get with it, or so I
Man,
don't
it's
want to.
probably gonna be on sale for Black Friday. Just copy.
I got to
I
get your
mean,
money back, man.
Warframe update coming out in like 2 weeks.
You know I ain't playing
New
that.
content, new story, blah blah
More
blah.
JPEGs.
Final Fantasy 14 expansion coming out in 2 weeks. More content, more story. But I
Ain't never
mean,
unlocked
you
my
gotta play
account.
games that you interested in.
No, I just wanted y'all, whatchamacallit, y'all recommendation and stuff like that. See what y'all had to say. What type of nonsense y'all spewing. I would have to assess it.
Man,
I
what you
didn't.
got to say, Deontay?
I don't really know for him. I mean, like, it's kind of difficult when you say it like that because really, um, I'm thinking about Jalen and what he kind of would actually play. And
Nah, yeah, I ain't want y'all to think about me and what I actually play. Just something where y'all just like, man, this game, like everybody should play it. If y'all felt that way, I guess about any game as a
you
recent.
should play Cyberpunk.
Ain't don't
I
that
say
game don't work though, right?
Yeah, I
for
still
your
think you should
system,
have played
no.
it. Yeah, no,
But
your system, but it still is a
honestly,
better
I would
game.
say I think it's a better game. But I would say that for Jalen, I know you're not saying for Jalen, but like you don't even play like first person games, so like Jedi Fallen Order would still be the better choice.
Hmm.
But if you had no bias and no, I had no perceived notion of what Jalen likes, and I
Then
know
he should be on
just
Titanfall, but
simply what games you haven't played. Best game I played. Cyberpunk didn't come out this year, did it?
end of last year.
End of last year, right? I'm like, that would have been most impactful. I would play. I would have told you Cyberpunk and
That game
um.
you can be big cojones, right?
Can you make? You mean like can you make bad decisions? Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
No,
he's
be
talking about
big.
the character creator.
Oh,
You big ball.
oh my
Big
god, that was
cojones.
so dumb, dude. I don't understand that choice at all. It had made no difference. It was like, oh, we're trying to be realistic. No, you're just trying to make penises. Like it had no point, 0 point, bro.
Big
And then the
cojones,
penis would
man.
sometimes clip out the clothes. Oh my god, that game was dumb.
I ain't trying to see. Yeah, I
Dude,
ain't.
that joke was dumb. And then you open up your inventory, you'll just be naked.
Man, I ain't trying to see no schmeat when I'm
Where
playing
are
a
my
game, man.
clothes go? Josh, Did you ever pause the video and be naked?
Yeah, it's happened. Especially like when the game first came out.
Bro, I
Dude,
swear.
that's dumb, man. Somebody walk in and be like,
Or
man, I can explain.
or depending on your outfit, like some stuff not compatible, like you'll put on a jacket, but it'll like remove your
Mm-hmm.
whole outfit because it's not compatible.
Yeah,
Nah.
that game was dumb, but it was still a good
Uh,
game. Uh, That would be my two. It'd be Cyberpunk and Hades for you. I'm pretty sure by the time they put out the, who knows? I'm pretty sure by the time they put out the actual update for the Xbox, it's probably gonna be in Game Pass. Microsoft got it.
They got it on here. They got Star Wars for $16 on PSN.
Oh, they do.
You said Fallen Order?
Yeah, I'm finna copy.
Yeah, $16 is a good price. I think it works well on the PS4 Pro. It didn't have any like real DLC or like content come after, so you're not missing nothing.
Yeah, man. He could have played on EA Play with Game Pass.
Oh, I forgot Pokemon. I'm finna get this. Never mind. I changed my mind.
Pokemon?
It come out. Man. Yup, we copping that. That
What
must
you
come out on
copping?
Friday. Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Xbox money out. My bad, bro.
Oh my
Got to see it through, my boy. They need me.
He says, "Why you get home?" He said, "What you talking about?" Got to see it through, my boy.
Man, that game need me, bro.
No, it don't, man.
Yeah, man, it need me, man. It need. it caught me, man.
Man,
It caught me.
No, you don't. You don't need that game, but I mean, you should have
Hey,
been.
man. I'm finna ask this man Jalil to, I'm like, look, bro, look. Do this bank promo for me. Since you don't want to do it, I'll put my own direct deposit on there. I pay your taxes when I'm 1099 INTs come
On
up.
that note,
that'll be $100 closer to an Xbox, man.
Yeah, whatever. On that note, we gonna hop up out of here so Jay can go back to his his multi-layered multi-step plot to get this Xbox funds up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't got nothing else for you guys. I want to thank you guys for listening as always. Appreciate you guys, especially if you got to this part of the show. That means you're the real OG. Thank you for listening. You can always find us anywhere you listen to your podcast, as well as you can find the video version on YouTube under my YouTube channel, BCD Universe. Again, that is BCD Universe. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.